Nancy, the old miller's daughter, my old true friend, said nothing but, "You need to go to the church." I entered the church area. The life of mine began on the feast of St. Giles, the year of 1363, the 36th year of Edward, the warrior king. The king's greatest warrior. We resided in Strongford village within 150 souls. For as long as I could remember, everybody had called me son, since Astasan had become the common name. And once the lived in rank, my father's name in rank, that meant I had no more existed in the shadow. Philip Dad died during the recurrence of the great mortality, or often severe plague. So my mother informed me, but there was more to it than that. She rarely mentioned him, only seeing that he died during a war. She had never taken another husband. I did not question that, but it did have a rare man who was frail and impoverished, woman for wife. For the entire kingdom had been poorer and Christian souls. I had a few friends. As Astor sons, I was the butt of the jibes, the joke of the joke. Why did they taunt me so? I asked by the came out one night, running from the jibe crowd. I had confessions were so numerous that I had become convinced that they had embedded me, sin embedded me. By accepting, however, blessed Christ was taunted by the cross. I did not try to accept my life with perfect Jesus. I was filled with constant suspicion, accepting to be mocked. But I lived into the shunned, for it was the Middle Ages, an age of tyranny. And since the good king had died, looking on and curious on others, that was little. How could we? We were not slaves, but neither we declarant to all of the others. Yeah! Strongford was peaceful enough to have residing the old Roman road. The steward, John Ackworth, belonged to a family, never lost us to remind us of that. We were villains, serf, bound to Lord Farvenel of Strongford village. Lord Farvenel had fought in France when Edward III had been for mercenary for wars for so many years that the most of the villagers, including myself, had never seen eyes on him. It did not matter. He would not come back. My mother and I, like every other Strongford, worked at the fields from dawn to dusk. Every holy day, we would gather an ox and chicken and eat, slept, and tried to keep alive. It wasn't like many of the others, of the serfs and villains. A time when the cost of bread and a quarter penny were low. But the value of my mother's daily life by the King Edward's royal decree was a penny for each day, but a farthing. I later learned the noble, which I will not grant to you. Our food was barley bread, watered ale, from time to time some dry cooked cheese. If the fortune was good, there might be a little meat at Christmas tide. When the king died, thus would be that things would begin. The king has died! Thus our lives never changed. It went round rolling for the starry vault of heaven. Time was the great millstone. The Holy Church told us we were the alteration of the year, and our daily toil. Birth and death alone gave us distinctions. We made the journey between darkness and whence forth. I never really cared. The darkness was the judgment. Thinking God's terrible gates would lift us from heaven's bliss, and throw us down from every eternal flame to the hell. That was the life we led. Neglected, hated. There could have been millions of crusades, as all men and women had since the days of Adam's, with all hearts that we would live to continue the Archangel Gabriel at the end of time.